ones had cows, and sea cows, but they didn't look the same.
Welcome back, Aloy. I see you have recovered Poseidon.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Got it. Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy.
So, she's...
What were you
I don't know. And...
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that emboldened her to...
I guess so.
Give her time.
So there's a few people here now, and they're almost like what was supposed to happen.
Yes. There is still much that can be gleaned from the data you have uncovered. For instance, Varl has been reviewing the last recorded entries from those who perished. Hearing their hopes and fears made him quite somber.
Anything I should be worried about?
I do not believe so. I have elected not to intervene.
How long do we have then?
At present rates, without additional factors, the biosphere will cross a point of no return in approximately 4 months.
And if I gather Ether, Demeter, Poseidon, merge you with them?
We will only gain a few months more.
Well, every bit counts. When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city, Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths, at their core, have proven to be exceptional survivalists. Faced with overwhelming odds of extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up. I should be going.
Goodbye, Abe.
Huh. The door's unlocked now. There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia? What was all this for?
This room was designed for management of the facility's vast seed banks. From here, control center operatives would have monitored new crop rotations into the automated farmlands, now known as Plainsong.
I see. According to this console, there are still thousands of plant samples stored deep below the facility. I could ask Gaia about them the next time I talk to her. There it is. I don't think that door had power before, but looks like it's malfunctioning. Looks like some kind of maintenance space. I wonder where this leads. Power cells? Huh. That did it.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Huh. Yeah, I guess it was.
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab. The Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough. And then, one day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me, in a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was a liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda? She liked to talk about her paintings. What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that? She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect. Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage? She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses. You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel? It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it? To them, it looked like I was still in training, toiling away, alone. So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view? I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave. You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files? Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many. Did it interest you? I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis. Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use? No. Any information about them was redacted. So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them.
Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Hey, got a sec?
Of course.
You brought up Ross. He was all I had. When Hades discovered who I was, he sacrificed himself, but that seems like ages ago. What I'm doing now, the sacred lands were all he... so I can't let myself dwell.
I understand. Sometimes when I think about my sister, about what she would have become if she had... it hurts. You can't ignore it forever.
I know.
Fair enough.
It's hard to believe we're the same ones that left for...
To live on for so long.
Because it's not.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding.
Sylens made sure...
Why would he build something to hurt Farzine?
With Sylens, there's always an angle. What do you make of this?
Well, the way she just... I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's clone? But whatever she wanted, if we knew what it was...
I don't know.
Oh well.
Maybe. How's training?
Discovering something... When we first met, you asked me if I ever wondered what... I thought it was strange at the time. But a lot has changed since I left the Embrace. Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew, and... versus everything I...
The change is hard. You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when needed, like some sort of tool. Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed herself for the world, and yet they have no trouble treating Beta like a slave.
Another reason we have to stop them. I should get back out there.
We'll be here if you...
Aloy.
Yeah, everything's...
Well, okay.
How are things going around?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girl...
What did you do?
I made one joke about how they, you know, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyway?
From the looks of it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting her to be that...
Just... Are you playing that board game?
Oh, you mean Strike? It helps take my mind off things. Yeah, it's a Tanakh game. I thought about playing Katalo, but what if he tries to kill me if I win?
I think you're safe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do I smell?
I brought some over from with everything that's been... Besides, that's what my...
Maybe another time. You still sit...
Yeah, it's... I thought maybe I could... Not much like there, but like images put... They were made to look like they were the real thing.
It seems like...
Yeah, it's been helpful when I could make... I did find the old ones enjoyed it. Only they let machines serve the stuff. In bars. They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a tape. That's half the... you won't see me let it...
I should get going.
Back to reading.
Aloy.
Hey.
I am well. Varl told me I wish there was something...
I'm not...
A tree won't bear fruit in a day.
Has did a number of...
I still can't believe she told him the old ones who cut themselves off from the cycle. I've never heard of anything so selfish. To deny our dying bodies to the earth. To doom the life that would bloom in their place. It's...
Found anything else?
Varl and I have been looking. Apparently there used to be thousands more. Can you imagine that? I'd give anything to see them. Though I know that without Artemis or Apollo, that may prove difficult. At least I can find comfort in knowing Gaia used many of them as inspiration for her. Her memory honors them.
What are you going to learn now?
I'm not sure. I asked Gaia for suggestions, and she brought up data you've... From what I gather, the old ones would store knowledge, like you've done here, for us. Maybe one day more...
That sounds... Are you guys training with...
If you count...
I've been told.
Of course not.
Good.
I was going for a... He called the Utar... Laughed at the idea of us Before I knew it, he and I were... The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so worried. Next time he's going down like a load of bull...
Just try not to...
Injuring his pride.
Is there anything I can... Are you okay?
You and Varl.
I like to think so.
I was wondering... What do you know about his...
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his...
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribes ever... But she could be pretty hard...
I see. I feel silly.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I'd like to see her.
Is that... Are you... I would... Oh.
That...
Wide... She's... But...
I see. I feel...
I wouldn't worry about...
I'd like to see...
Is that... Are you... I was... Oh.
That...
Wide... But...
I see.
I wouldn't worry...
I'd like to see...
I should get go.
Good luck.
輝け焼き星よ力を好痛，我肚子。
Looks like Kalai and the search party took down a few machines when they were here. A fire arrow can make them explode. Just take care of these machines before I can look around. footprints. Must be from the search party. Bree said this is where they found his wife's instrument. The search party concluded Kalai's body was probably carried away by the river. But from up there, that old tree would have caught her. I don't think she actually fell. I should check up at the promontory. Maybe the search party missed something. It looks like the search party took the trail under the stone arch. That must be the way up to the promontory. Getting up to the promontory that way. I should see where the other trail leads, back by the broken bridge. Debris. There must have been another path up. That's why. Then the search party climbed the cliff instead. Useful for making dyes. An old Utaru trailhead. Looks like this is where the Rite of Discovery started. Debris on the trail. Oh, looks like pieces of a bridge. Trail's broken away. Kalai must have climbed her way up too. If Kalai made it to the top, she must have been a good climber. It doesn't add up that she fell. This must be the promontory. Looks like Kalai was doing something at that stone table. I should take a look. I was playing song, just like the first Utaru saw it. Flowers, ground into a dye. Kalai must have done this as part of her ritual. I should look around. My focus will help me figure out what happened to her. Looks like the edge broke off recently. I still don't think she could have fallen into the river from here. I should keep looking around. The search party was up here, all right. There's too many tracks to pick out Kalai's. Couch is full, but the back has room. I'm close to figuring out what happened to Kalai. And I have a feeling the answers are on the promontory. Bree mentioned this was part of the rite of discovery. All of the marks look old. Clyde must not have gotten to this part. Two dead Utaru. So Kalai didn't fall. She was murdered. But who's the other woman? Kalai. Those marks on her neck. She was strangled. At least I can return her seed pouch to Bree. So the killer must have tried to push Kalai off the cliff. That's why the search party found her instrument by the river. But Kalai fought back. So the killer strangled her. And then dragged her here. This fight's over just yet. Stalker's got a friend. Just what I needed. Better grab the killer's seed pouch. Might have identifier. Maybe Fane and Cal back in Plainsong will know who the seed pouch belongs to.
Aloy, welcome.
Corey sounds good.
I wouldn't say losing his sight was a boon, but it has helped him discover his true calling. The Utaru might not be a match for the Tanakh on the battlefield, but at least they know the value of a song. Have you seen Sakura again?
Not yet.
If you do, be sure to tell her that this old farmer has taken good care of her brother.
Will do. Do you ever miss your old tribe?
I remember, but I don't regret. My place is here. Cora's playing gets better every day. Utaru music is pleasing. The Tanakh used too many drums. I'll admit, it's nice having someone to talk to who understands the Tanakh ways. Cora's playing gets better every day.
You'll want to hear what I've got to say, Outlander. South of Plainsong lies Jacket Deep. There's a lake there that conceals many ancient relics. A Carter expedition discovered it not long ago, but I hear machines have destroyed their camp.
That's some bad luck.
Yes. We're so close. I mean, who would want to live among the Tanakh? I wouldn't ponder too.
If she could keep an eye open on her travels. Our kin at Riverham withstood a Tanakh. May you walk in fields of plenty. Children be mindful.
We all lament Kalei's death, but perhaps it's time to move on.
No, not until I hear from Aloy. That's Kalai's. You found it.
Bree. Kalai didn't fall. She was murdered.
What?
I went up to the promontory. I found Kalai and the body of the woman who killed her.
That's impossible. The search party already checked up there. There was nothing.
The bodies were in a separate clearing. Away from where the search party checked. A stalker had mauled her while she was trying to hide Kalai's body.
Who was she?
I was hoping you would know. I brought back her seed pouch.
It belongs to Lina. Kel's apprentice. I don't understand. Why would she do this?
Maybe we should ask Kel.
But she... You, there. Where is Kel?
I saw her leave out the east gate about an hour ago.
She's going home. Summerwind.
She's running away? She needs to stand trial.
I can catch her. Where is this place?
Look for a ruined settlement at our southern border. It's her childhood home. We will get the guards and try to catch up with you.
What do you think they found in the sacred cave? How do you...
Lau and Ben. Reunited after the old growth.
There she is. The hunter that saved my sorry rump.
I'm glad she did. I shouldn't have left you out there.
Enough of that. If you hadn't run, you'd be dead, and no use to anyone.
He's right. That Claw Strider was a killer.
Thank you, Outlander. You saved us both. I wouldn't have been able to live with the guilt.
What's next then? Thunderjaw? A Stormbird?
More like a nap.
Sleep well then. You deserve it.
Flying in.
Hi again.
Good day.
That must be Summerwind. But where is Kel? There's Kel. What's she holding?
So now everyone knows. It was only a matter of time once you went up that cliff.
You stood right next to the man whose wife you had murdered and told him to move on.
I never wanted any of this to happen.
Then why?
Calais sowed the seeds of discord. She wanted the Utaru to leave Plainsong, abandon our home. If that thought caught on, it would have been more destructive than any sickness or machine.
So you had her killed?
There is a natural order to all things. Growth, decay, death. It's the way of the world. The tree cannot pick up its roots, so I stopped what was threatening us. And I'm sorry it came to it, but it's over now.
I'm gonna make sure you pay for all the suffering you've caused.
Too late.
Two people dead. At least you're paying with your life.
My choice.
All of this was your choice.
No! She needed to stand trial! Kalai deserves justice.
She's dead, Bree. That's justice enough.
It isn't much, but I want you to have this. As thanks. I won't have to spend the rest of my days wondering what happened to Kalai.
Blighted are the leaves. 3 of our people dead. And for what? I admit it. I never wanted you among us. But now, it seems I must thank you for revealing the rot that had taken hold here.
I'm sorry it had to happen this way.
At least with the rot removed, new growth can thrive. I'll make sure Kel's body is properly seen to.
I'll plant Kalai's seed pouch in Plainsong. You made that possible.
Kel's treachery will be a shock to many in Plainsong.
Kel would have gotten away with murder. If not for you, Aloy.
You've done enough for us, Outlander. Go while the roots are strong. I'll make sure Kel's body is properly seen to.
Better fill up while I can.
Stranger. Be on the lookout for poisonous plants. Lights everywhere.
Well, I've got some news for you. Heard Morlund and his crew found the delve of a lifetime out in the Tenakth Desert. They're calling it Hidden Ember. Word is, Morlund's working on something that'll bring people swarming in to see this big show of theirs. Whenever that's ready.
That sounds just like him. It might be good to see what everyone's up to. Let's get this fire room out of here. I can't fly this in there. Better get off. Might be the expedition I heard about. The one digging up relics from the lake. Trouble with Karja. Sounds like something's gone wrong.
You told me they were the best delving crew in the claim.
You told me we'd be drowning in artifacts.
Well, I found this, didn't I?
It's a tray.
By the sun, man! Not even the most accomplished crafters of Meridian could pull off such symmetry. I wonder what the old ones served on it. Appetizers? Seafood?
It's a tray! Who are you?
Rushavid? You wouldn't recognize the sun if it hit you in the face. This is the savior of Meridian, the one who sees the unseen. You've come for them, haven't you?
Them?
The relics! The lake is full of them. Something big happened here in ancient times.
You mind if I take a look? That's a lot of data.
Should we be sending for a healer?
Whatever this is, it all points to something called a mobile cover system.
Oh! You mean a cover for the tray?
No. More like something that could come handy in a fight. Where did you find this?
The dig site,
Which is now crawling with machines. Unless they magically disappear, we are leaving!
Don't you want to find out what actually happened here?
Maybe we still can. So you got attacked by
It was horrifying. I saw a glint in the water and it was the tray. I barely escaped with...
I was there.
Easy for you to say. In any event, they're supposed to be...
Instead, all they do is moan about... Not a chance.
There's plenty of...
Ah! Well, Loquacious Gendas. Why?
You don't seem to
I sell art, ideally...
You can be so...
Somebody's gotta... And so far, we have...
What drew you to...
Every good expedition... When the Tanakh chased our forces out of the west, I knew as soon as...
A promise that hasn't been...
Those who are patient will be rewarded with sunlight when clouds pass.
Where's this stick? Seems like the best place to start. Maybe I can figure out what...
The site is just behind... I knew it was no coincidence. Imagine what stories you'll...
Hopefully just...
The sun has truly shined upon us this day.
The latter, not so much.
Whoa! Honora! You looking for a delve out here in the west?
What you think? Wicker breastplates for the Vanguard.
She turns shards to steel plate every purchase.
I should go to that dig site Gendis mentioned. Clear out those machines and look for any clues on this mobile cover system. Machines resistant to shock. These must be the